Okay, so I'm going to start reading. This is the fourth time, hopefully this time not for long. So write in the comment section below if you can hear me. I'm going to be reading Double X by Jacqueline, and it's illustrated by Mitchell and Tilly. I'm not going to start from where I started before. I'm just going to start from where I ended. It's not as bad as that. There's a little flat on the ground floor, and she's going to have a home help and an alarm button. I feel as if I have an alarm button inside me. It's going off all the time. We're moving too, Garnet and me, and Dad, and her. Dad lost his job. Before being made redundant. Dad said he didn't care. He's always hated that boring old office. But he looked a bit shocked all the same. So how are you going to manage without your boring old salary? Said Gran, sniffing. Oh, Richard, you're such a fool. How could you spoil... What? Oh, Richard, you're such a fool. How could you spoil all your changes like this? You've got the two twins to think of as well. It wasn't my fault, he said. You'll never have shown the right attitude since we've taken up that rouge to turn into a hippie. Oh, for goodness sake! Those silly ties and shirts were a last straw. Of course, they got rid of you. So what are you going to do now? Have you looked at the jobs ranking in the papers? I don't want that sort of job anymore, said Dad. I've been thinking. They're giving me quite a bit of cash with my redundancy pay. It's my chance for a whole new start. We could sell up here, get a little shop in the country somewhere, a bookshop. You've always been on and on at me to sell some of my books. You're talking nonsense, said Gran. Well, count on me. Count me out. Count us out too, Dad. Garnet and me. We don't want to be part of this anymore. We don't want to move to a silly old shop in the country. We don't want to leave Gran. We don't want to leave our friends. We don't want to leave our school. We don't want to leave our own lives. We don't want to live with her. Not if it means we've got to live with her. We don't want to live with you. Not if it means we've got to live with her. Because she's coming too. Rose. We wish she'd get green fly and milk and woke. So now it's time for it. Okay, so that is the end of this episode. I know it was a bit short. Next time, hopefully, I will be reading a full chapter 4 to chapter 5. If I can find it. Which I can't. Oh, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to be reading from chapter 4 to chapter 5 as I said. So